All right, well, welcome back to the iWealth podcast. And I woke up the other day. I was glad to be awake, and I
Yeah,
thought today is the day that I'm going to turn on Social Security.
I don't think so, Matt.
Why not?
Well, first of all, you got to be a certain age to turn on Social
Yeah,
Security.
like
So,
I felt old enough this morning. I'm like,
well,
I
we are,
should definitely be that age right
we are
now.
all getting older, obviously, but Social Security is a big deal. It's interesting. I can tell by the questions I get asked by clients and people that just see me on the street what news station they watch.
Okay.
Because a lot of times I hear like, is Social Security going to be around? Like, it's not going to be there for me. And I believe Social Security is going to be there for you. Like, it's something that's not going away, and it's an easier fix for the government. Yes, it's run out of money, and you're going to hear about, the government always steals from Social Security, and that's not a good thing. But they'll come back to your kids, my kids, maybe us, and say, hey, right now, Brad, you can turn it on 67. Now we're going to jump it to 70. So as we live longer, if they spread that out, Social Security is going to be there. We might be older before we can get it. The biggest issue is Social Security was put there to be able to like help replace your income, like a pension type income. And there's a lot of people, unfortunately, just living on Social Security, and I feel for them, but most of our clients cannot do it.
Yeah.
Can't live on $1,000 a month or $1,200 a month. And so when it comes to the plan, with a financial plan, like you got to factor in what age it turns Social Security on. Do you know what age you can do it?
I don't know, but I'm ready.
You're not ready. Age 62. So
Okay.
you can turn on at 62, but let's say that your full 100% year, let's say your benefit is $2,000 a month at age 67.
Okay.
That's when the government says you can retire. If you turn it on at 62, you're going to take a reduction from that $2,000 a month, and you might only get $1,100 a month or $1,200 a month. So you are hurt if you turn it on early. On the flip side, if you wait until 70, it grows from 67 to 68, the age,
Yep.
grows by 8%. And then to 69, another 8, and to 70, another 8%. So it pays to wait to turn on your Social Security too. And so after people understand, hey, Social Security is probably going to be there, then the discussion comes down like, well, when do I turn it on then? Should I just turn it on because the government's going to run out of money, or what should I do? And the question I always ask is, do you smoke? And the reason is the longer you live, the better you are to wait to turn on Social Security. It's hard for
Interesting.
people though.
What if they keep ratcheting up, though, how late it is? So it's like, yeah, it's better to wait, but then each year that you wait, well, then they keep ratcheting up when you can actually take it. How do you do that balancing act or play in that space?
Yeah, it's a good question. If they're ratcheting up, means we're living longer.
Okay.
And if we're living longer, it still might be the same kind of formula. We'll do a break-even analysis for our clients and say, hey, if you wait until 70, you got to get to 79, or you'd have been better off to turn it on at 62.
Okay.
Take it for all those years. You'd have 8 years of income that you said no to take it at 70. The other thing is it's a spousal benefit. So if I wait till 70 and I die and my Social Security is higher than Trudy's, she gets my Social Security, the equivalent of it.
Yep.
So if hers is $1,500 a month and mine is $4,000 a month and I die, she's going to get the 4. So sometimes it's some of both. Maybe the spouse turns them on at 65 or 67, and maybe the other spouse wait until they're 70 to turn it on.
Yep.
So health matters. If you're not healthy, you should probably turn it on early. It's a break-even analysis. But when it fits into the financial plan, you have to consider longevity. A couple today at 65, one of them hitting 85 is a better than 50% chance.
Sure.
So anyway, it's not an exact science, but you have to do the math around it and make the right decision after you get over the fact that you think Social Security is going to be there for them.
So the break-even analysis, talk me through that piece of it, because is that an hour to do that of your time if I come in and sit down with you? Is that 2 hours? Is that 4 hours? How does that work?
Yeah, it fits into the overall plan. So the overall plan might be an hour to 3 hours, not a meeting together, just time invested and, get to know you and get some goals out of you and things like that. But the Social Security is a piece of that, just like your pension is, just like your 401k is, and those type of things. It's just a piece. And then we have some math that helps us with that break-even analysis.
Yep.
But then it's the philosophy, not only the break-even, but, what about the spousal benefit if you were to die? Like, you got to look at the husbands and wives and kind of put all that stuff together too.
So it's not a one size fits all. That's
No.
really the big takeaway is,
Yeah.
it's specific to that particular couple and their situation.
Yeah.
That's really the takeaway.
Yeah, and the number one thing I've heard from people is, I'm just going to turn it on because it's my money and I need to take it.
Yeah.
What they don't understand is that the extra taxes that they have to pay on that.
Yeah.
They're hurting themselves long term with their financial plan because they're turning on 50% of their benefit or 60 and not 100%. Like, there's some real ramifications, and there's some stereotypes built into us about just taking this money and running kind of thing, where you really have to sit down and have somebody else give you an opinion, in my mind, on what you should do or not do, or at least lay it all out so you know what the heck you're doing with Social Security.
Even what the options are, because a lot of us don't even know what the options are. You're just like, get me to the money, get me to the money. But what are the options? That's the takeaway.
Yeah, exactly.